among the tombs. Throughout my life, I've known a number of people who've struggled with bipolar disorder or psychotic mental illness. Colleagues, an employee, friends, even a son-in-law. These have not been people on the fringes of life. They were and are intelligent, perceptive, creative, and deeply thoughtful. They were actors, teachers, musicians, and caregivers. But at times they've also found themselves caught in states of confusion, paranoia, or overwhelming emotion that led to hospitalisation, sometimes voluntarily and sometimes not. Many of them, over time, found themselves increasingly isolated, misunderstood by friends, feared by neighbours, excluded from workplaces or churches. Whether by fear, fatigue, or systems not built to support them, they became, in various ways, outcasts. Some have spoken openly about the strange clarity they feel in moments of mania and the deep loss they experience when medicated into stability. They miss the energy, the imagination, even as they know it can become unsustainable. So when I read the story of the Gerasene man, the one who lived among the tombs, tormented by many voices, I no longer picture a stranger. I see someone familiar. What if we read this gospel story not as a supernatural spectacle, but as a human story? What if the demoniac saw himself in Elijah, who fled into the wilderness and asked God to let him die? What if he wept with the psalmist, crying, "Why are you cast down, O my soul?" This is a reading from the margins, and maybe also from the depths. This is a story not just about healing, but about fear, rejection, dignity, and restoration. It's not just his story, it may be ours too. They say I snapped, like madness comes all at once, as if I woke up screaming and tearing at chains. But that's not how it happens, not really. It started slowly. At first, I was just intense. I didn't sleep much. I had ideas bright and fast, too fast for anyone else to follow. They laughed sometimes, said I was eccentric. That was the nice word. I'd work for days without stopping, then fall into black silence. Whole weeks would disappear. I'd forget birthdays. I missed my father's funeral. People tried to help. My sister bought food. My neighbour said I should talk to a healer. My mother prayed. But their kindness felt like pressure, like shame wrapped in honey. And I snapped, not all at once, but bridge by bridge I burned them down myself. Because if I left first, they couldn't leave me. I shouted in the market, got kicked out of the synagogue. The children stopped coming near. They chained me up once. I broke the chains and ran into the hills. No one came after me after that. So now I live among the tombs. Fitting, I guess. The living have no use for me. Sometimes I speak to the dead. They listen better. I still get visions. I see beauty no one else sees, but the voices are louder now and they don't always belong to me. They feared me, but I feared myself more. Feared the days when the storm rose suddenly and I could not hold the sky inside my skull. Naked, yes, but not by choice. I tore at the things that held me because they felt like lies, even the chains. They called me mad, but they didn't hear the music, only the flailing, not the visions, not the language only angels know. And when I wept, I remembered the old songs. Why are you cast down, O my soul? They said I was dangerous. I was just drowning. I knew Elijah. I knew what it meant to run and ask God to make it stop, to lie down under a broom tree of your own bones and whisper, "It is enough." And then one day a boat pulls up to the shore. He steps out. Not local, not scared either. He walks like someone who knows what's coming and won't run from it. I feel the storm rise in me, the familiar panic, the defensiveness, the urge to push first to scare him off before he sees too much. So I yell, "What have you to do with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God?" But I know, God help me, I know. He has everything to do with me, even me, especially now. He met my eyes, not with fear, not with pity, but with the weight of someone who has tasted storms and speaks their language. "What is your name?" he asked. I almost laughed, as if anyone had asked me that in years, as if I still knew. "Legion," I said. It wasn't my name, but it was all I could manage. And then the stillness. The voices fell away like birds startled from a wire. The noise was gone, and I was left in a silence so wide it echoed. And I missed the fire. Is this sanity or just sedation? Is this peace or the end of poetry? I mourned the wildness and the glint of mania that made the stars feel close. But he didn't take my voice. He gave it back. "Go home," he said. "Tell them what God has done for you." So I walked the village paths again, not as a warning, but as a witness. I tell them healing isn't silence. It's being heard, it's being seen, it's finding yourself again beneath the storm.